Oh yeah, is it Tuesday already? Wow, this twin theory for the Acolyte show might have just been confirmed with the latest and greatest Acolyte trailer thus far. We got another trailer to watch that came out just a few days ago, and we got some Skeleton Crew news for the first time in a bajillion years. We got some Skeleton Crew news. We finally got a first look at the main characters from the Skeleton Crew. We also have some other craziness when it comes to Star Wars news as well. So it's Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, all of it. But we got a lot to get into. So what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fine Tuesday afternoon? What's up, everybody? How we doing, chat? What's up? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? What's up, everybody? We got a lot to talk about today. Acolyte is only 2 weeks away. 2 weeks to the day, because it comes out on Tuesdays now. It's been confirmed by Lucasfilm that the release will be the same as the Ahsoka show. So not like the Bad Batch, it will not come out at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 12 a.m. Pacific Time. It will come out at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. Pacific Time. That's the first bit of business today. The Acolyte will release at the same release schedule as Ahsoka, not the Bad Batch, which is fantastic for me. Fan-frickin-tastic for me, but I know a lot of you guys are in Europe or whatever, and that's the middle of the night as well. So tell me in the chat, is that great news or even greater news? Because instead of having to wake up in the middle of the night and ruin sleep schedules for the rest of the week, we get to watch The Acolyte at 9 p.m. like it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be. Okay, hang on. Let me take a nice long sip of water, and then let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Water tastes good, you know. All right, what's up, chat? Let's say hi to everybody. Jay, how we doing? Trent, what is up? Chris, what is up? Zap, how we doing? Brandon in the house. B-Man, what's up? Tony, how we doing? Joe, what's up? Dustin Kennedy, how we doing? Rose, what is up? Star Chip 66. Maria, how we doing? Nick, what is up? Jack Robbins in the building. Mando United, what's up? Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Oh, wait. G2 Cody, what's up? Mando United, we got you. I think I hit everybody. If I missed you, just yell at me in the chat. You guys know the deal. Kit Fisto, what's up? Okay. It's in the same time zone. I'm in the same time zone as Mike, so it's good for me. Nice. Yeah, so 9 p.m. is way better than the 3 a.m. watch parties. I love the 3 a.m. watch parties. Don't get me wrong. I love doing the watch parties, but when it's at 9 p.m., when it's at 9 p.m., it's 1,000 times better. So that's the first bit of news. Now let's talk about this twin theory. We got a lot to get into today, from the Acolyte to the Skeleton Crew to everything in between, but let's start here. So if you guys haven't smashed a freaking like on this stream yet, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Do it now. But I'm ending that poll. Let's start up a new poll, okay? Do you believe? Yeah, believe the twin theory for the Acolyte. Now, if you're like, Mike, what the hell's the twin theory? We'll get to it. But we're just going to leave up this poll as we go over it. Okay? Okay? Don't worry about it, Jack. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, let's talk about this twin theory. Do you guys believe in the twin theory? Now, we talked about this twin theory last week a lot, and we're going to be talking about it a little bit more today, but there's a lot more information now than there was before. And last week, you guys know I was very hesitant on this twin theory. I was like, okay, it sounds like it could be a possibility, but honestly, the evidence that was shown to us, it didn't really match up. I didn't believe it to be true. But then I searched my feelings, and now I sort of believe it to be true. Let's talk about this, okay? So originally, let's take a look at this poster here. So if you go on to StarWars.com, there's actually a count. Oh, wait, hang on. There's actually a countdown till the Acolyte show. So let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. So this is the countdown right here. It's 14 days, 6 hours, and 54 minutes, which brings you to June 4th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's that. But if we look over here at this poster for the Acolyte show, we see our creepy masked-looking, smiley-looking guy over there. You got Master Indara, you got Master Soul, you got all these other characters down here. But you have our main character, May, right here. She's in the light over here, and she's in the dark over there. And this was sort of a big kickoff point for this twin theory. Many people believing that there will be two versions of this May character. One is the light side and one is the dark side, them being twins and being separated at a very young age. One becoming a Jedi and one staying where their home was and becoming a dark side wielding badass. So that's sort of where this began. Actually, it began over a year ago with rumors and speculating plot leaks of the Acolyte show involving twins or sisters that get split up at a very young age. One becomes a Jedi, one becomes a Sith. But that rumor from over a year ago might actually turn out to be true, okay? As this twin theory has gotten a massive, and I mean massive, massive addition to the theory. And that is this trailer that released 3 days ago. So let's watch this trailer really quickly. It's only 30 seconds. We're going to watch it all the way through, and then we're going to talk about how this massively helps out this twin theory. Okay. We watched this trailer on Saturday's stream, but we didn't catch this. We didn't catch it till after the stream happened. So let's watch this. Let's watch this.
This is a fight that you will not win.
She's killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense. I trained her. Now she is a student of the dark side, an acolyte.
I didn't do it! Believe me!
Star Wars, the Acolyte.
So again, incredible trailer with the Star Wars whip that has been going crazy online. Right there, and then you got our boy Kelnaka, the Wookiee Jedi from the show, using the Force right there, looking badass. But the biggest thing at the end is this what looks to be good version of our main character of May saying she didn't do it and that you have to believe her. Now, on YouTube, if you put the closed captioning on, it just has the closed captioning. It just says, I didn't do it.
Believe me!
You have to believe me. And they're not really good closed captioning. However, Lucasfilm has been keeping this twin theory a big old secret for quite a long time. What's up, Ben? How we doing? Chris, how we doing? They've been keeping this a big old secret for quite a long time, trying to subvert expectations for this Acolyte show. With the very little knowledge that we already know about this show, they're trying to subvert our expectations even more. I don't know why, but they are. They've shown us this creepy masked-looking Sith Lord in the forest. They've shown us a bunch of cool lightsaber whip-looking things, but they haven't told us yet whether or not May is a twin or not. However, they might have let it slip because this was originally a TV spot. And with that TV spot came closed captioning. And with that closed captioning came the reveal that the twin theory is true. So let's go over to Bespin Bulletin here as they got a nice little article written up for us, which goes over it very clearly. And we're going to read this through and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Navarro, what's up? Soul, how we doing? Soul says, I lean more on Chopper twin theory. Okay. Yes. Let's read this article. So this is coming from Bespin Bulletin. Very reliable source, as we know around here. All right, let's talk about this. The name of the second character that Amanda Steinberg, who is playing the main character, is playing in the Acolyte has been revealed. Okay, let's talk about this. For months and months and months, fans have been speculating over pieces of footage and rumors concerning how many characters Amanda Steinberg will be playing in the Acolyte. As time has gone on, there has been many hints that Steinberg is playing two characters, and now in this newly released TV spot, it has given us the biggest hint thus far. If you've been keeping up with my posts in recent weeks, I've laid out the evidence that points towards Amanda Steinberg playing twins in the upcoming series. And as more TV spots have been released, that theory seems to be coming true. I remember being at Star Wars Celebration last year and telling various people I hung out with that Steinberg was playing twins. These are the people, I guess. Last week, in a TV spot featuring the character played by Steinberg, who is being chased by Master Soul, played by Li Zhang Xia, that she didn't kill the Jedi. That's what she's saying in the trailer that we just watched. The character looks exactly like the villainous May character that Steinberg is also playing, but this time she is sporting a different clothing and portraying a different personality. In the TV spot released today, we see the same scene play out, but this time the subtitles in this TV spot reveal the character that Steinberg is playing in that moment is not the character of May, but she is playing a character named Osha. I believe it's pronounced Osha. I really don't know. Regardless, this is a different character entirely, likely confirming the rumors and speculation that Amanda Steinberg is playing twin sisters in the series. One that follows the path of the dark side, May, and the other one that follows the path of the good, Osha. Now, it's possible that they aren't twins and they're just sisters, and one maybe is older than the other, but it does look like they are twins because they look exactly alike and are played by the same actress, which helps. So this is the closed captioning here that's on the TV spot that says, Osha, I didn't do it. She's clearly the character of Osha, saying that she didn't do it. TV spots and trailers have shown Master Soul hunting for the Jedi killer, and he believes that the killer was once his student. And due to this, he believes that he shouldn't burden the responsibility. He shouldn't burden the responsibility of reprimanding her, or he should burden the responsibility of reprimanding her. We see flashbacks of young Steinberg's character, presumably Osha, and Master Soul, with the latter giving the girl a lightsaber. We saw that in the trailers. And the two running through woods in the fire to a temple of some kind that is burning. It seems that Osha is the student, and it's her corrupt twin, May, that is causing trouble for the Jedi. The vast majority of footage we've seen Steinberg in The Acolyte has been playing the character of May, the killer, the Acolyte. But in this last two TV spots, we have seen a brief look at this new character, the twin of Osha. Okay, let me take a sip of water here. I'm losing my voice today, guys. Just bear with me. Vaughn, what's up? How we doing? Vaughn, go. I like it. Okay. It's interesting that Lucasfilm had let slip via subtitles the name of Osha and have only now revealed the character. They have seemingly been keeping the fact that Steinberg is playing twins close to their chest, and only those looking for it who've been following the rumors would be looking to connect the dots in any piece of footage and promotional material that we get our eyes on. Lucasfilm even changed their synopsis for The Acolyte ahead of this teaser trailer's release. Previous synopsis previously mentioned that a Jedi Master, Soul, and his former Padawan, Osha, will be teaming up to investigate a series of crimes, the Jedi murders. And what they discover is more sinister than what they could have ever imagined. The new one, however, can be read below in full, but remove any traces of a former Master and Padawan teaming up for an investigation. Just that the series will be following an investigation into the crime spree that would put Soul against a warrior from his past, May. So they've changed the entire synopsis for the show. It's Sten, like Renberg. You know what? I pronounce it wrong on purpose. Okay, John? Okay? No, I don't, but I appreciate that. I'm going to continue to call her Steinberg because I'm not going to be able to change it. I appreciate it, though. Freak Seek, what's up? We're solving the mystery before the series even starts. Yes and no. I think Lucasfilm did this on purpose, but let's finish this article. Let's finish this article so that we can talk about it. So this is the new synopsis. Or wait. No, it's not yet. That is the new synopsis. We'll get to it in a second. All right. Anyway, it's good to see the twin rumor panning out, and I hope the series can live up to my expectations. Outside of the fandom, there doesn't seem to be a lot of excitement for this series. That's what I've seen, and that is an issue. Outside of the Star Wars fandom, most people don't know what The Acolyte is and aren't that excited for the show in general. So the normie fans, so to speak, need to get hyped up for this, like they are for The Mandalorian or they were for Ahsoka. They need to be hyped up for this show in particular. There doesn't seem to be a lot of excitement for this series, especially as The Acolyte is releasing in the packed TV month of June. June is absolutely insanely packed. You have obviously The Acolyte, but you have The Boys Season 4, House of the Dragon Season 2. I believe there's one other really, really big show. I just can't think of what it is. But those two alone, House of the Dragon and The Boys, are massive TV shows, and they're going to take a lot of the spotlight away from The Acolyte show. So, I'm excited to see what the series has, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's the new synopsis. Set during the High Republic era, The Acolyte will follow an investigation into shocking crime spree that pits a respective Jedi Master, Li Jiangjia, against a dangerous warrior from his past, Amandla Stenberg. It's Stenberg, right? Steinberg? I don't even know anymore. As more clues emerge, they travel down a dark path where sinister forces reveal all is not what it seems. Again, sinister forces, it's not saying Sith, it's not saying the dark side, it just says sinister forces, but we'll get to that in a minute. So this is the new synopsis. So before, when it mentioned that Master Soul was going to be teaming up with his former Padawan to be investigating these crimes, now it's not saying that anymore. Now it's saying that Master Soul is being pit against a dangerous warrior from his past. Interesting. Oh, how the turntables. Things have changed. The Acolyte stars Amandla Steinberg from Bodies? What the hell is Bodies? I don't know. As the lead, as well as Li Jiangjia. Okay, this is just the cast. Oh, wow. What the hell was that? I just had a weird twitch in my neck. This is just the cast. Whatever. The Acolyte will premiere on June 4th with 2 episodes. And this is the TV spot that we just watched 2 seconds ago. So that's the biggest news. Osha has been revealed. We have a light side version of May, and we have a dark side version. Osha being the light side, May being the dark side. And this actually led me down a huge rabbit hole over the last 24 hours of actually figuring out what this show might really be about. Because even though we have a million trailers in this synopsis, we don't really know what this show is going to be about. We see this creepy looking Sith Lord looking dude, and we don't know who he is. We don't know if he's a Sith or not. We don't know if he's going to be an apprentice of a Sith or not. We really have just been speculating, guessing, throwing random darts in with our eyes closed at a dartboard for weeks now about what this Acolyte show is about. However, over the last 24-ish hours, I have connected the dots, so to speak, when it comes to these trailers, and I've narrowed it down to one specific scene that so far, in all of the trailers that we've seen so far, is the most important of them all. And it might surprise you, actually. It is this scene right here. Wait. Oh, this scene right here. Well, let me fix it. Okay. This scene right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, perfect. This is the flashback scene. As you can see, Master Soul right here is a lot younger, and Master Indara is supporting a different haircut. This character's a lot younger here. This scene right here. Now, we see this scene a few times in a few different trailers, different variations of the same scene. This is the scene where Master Soul meets his Padawan, Osha, so to speak. So this scene is so important for like numerous different reasons. First of all, you got the witches behind her, or behind them, with bow and arrows. We've seen Night Sisters with bow and arrows before with the Night Sister magic. They don't really seem to be using any magic in this scenario, but they do have bow and arrows. And they are witches from what we've seen in the trailers. Now, if we go to this trailer, I believe it's this one. Yes, this trailer right here. You see this same scene where Master Soul is handing Osha, the good version of May, Osha a lightsaber. This is when he takes her in as a Padawan. Again, you see witches behind him holding a bow and arrow. Oh, my head's in the way. A bow and arrow. So this is the same sort of, at least location, but same scene as this right here. Keep that in mind, because we see this a few other times in other trailers. As we go back to, not that one, this one. Oh wait, no, not that one either. Not that one. This one. As we go back to this one, we see the same scene where Soul is handing the lightsaber to the little girl. If I can find it. Oh, here we go.
She was.
this is the same scene. So young Master Soul here. You gotta bear with me for a second. Hold on, because I'm on to something, okay? We see young May back here. Now, this might actually not be May. This might be her. I mean, this might be May, not Osha. I believe that this is May back here hiding because she's not being taken by the Jedi. However, her twin sister is. So this character right here is a different character
She was my
from this one.
student.
Two different characters. Both twins, but two different characters. So they're both here with the witches.
I trained her.
This is the witch mother in this coven of witches. And this is actually all the different witches here. We see a Zabrak over there. We got a bunch of alien species back there. We got Bib Fortuna looking motherfucker back there. We got a bunch of different witches, okay? And what's really interesting, what we have seen we've talked about in previous live streams, is this witch coven gets destroyed. Like absolutely obliterated. We don't know by who yet, but they get destroyed. And we see that later on in this specific trailer. As we see, again, this is Master Indara and a young Master Soul in the same location. Keep that in mind. Same location where the witches are. But this is after the explosion. Here's the explosion. Wait, that's not the explosion. Hang on. Here it is. So this is the mother, again, talking to a young version of May.
Pull the thread.
Boom, explosion. So this is the witch's home being blown up, where May comes from, where Osha comes from. It blows up. And then we see a different perspective from Master Soul and a young Osha over here, seeing the explosion happen as well. So here is the kicking off event of the entire show. Why Osha becomes a Jedi and then actually leaves the Jedi Order, and why May becomes a dark side villain. Because their home was destroyed. So here's what's going on here. The Jedi come and take May.
She was my
Becomes Master Soul's Padawan. Osha. Damn it. Osha. Takes Osha to become his Padawan. May, the evil version, stays behind with the witches. The Jedi say that they will protect the witches' home, like we heard in the leaks over a year ago. They'll protect their home, but they fail as we see their home
Thread.
blow up.
Change everything.
Soul and May come across the explosion. This leads May to probably leave the Jedi Order. But Osha to leave the Jedi Order. This is okay. Are you with me so far? Are you with me so far? It causes Osha to leave the Jedi Order. For May, however, this leads her down a very dark path. This allows May to frame the Jedi as the villains in her own head. She goes down a dark path and meets a creepy-looking, smiling-looking guy. And then she becomes an acolyte of the Sith, meaning that this guy is probably an apprentice of the Sith and she becomes an acolyte. However, this does prove that May is the acolyte. It also proves that she is a twin, and the reason she goes down the dark path is because her home is destroyed when the Jedi promised to protect it. Now, that is just the beginning of where this show starts off. But it is a start, nonetheless. This is the first sort of premise that we've gotten about this Acolyte show, because, honestly, all of the different synopsises and trailers haven't really given us much information. The information is there. It's just laid out in a way where it really doesn't make much sense at all. And now we're just piecing the dots together. So here's how it goes. Osha, the good side twin, gets taken by the Jedi. The Jedi promised to protect the witch's home from who knows what, maybe the Sith, maybe marauders, maybe pirates, whoever. And May stays behind. The evil twin stays behind. The Jedi do not succeed in protecting them, as we see their home get blown up. This is the same home as the witches. We know that for a fact because you can see it right here. Boom, look at the background. Same location as blown up right Here, same location. Boom, boom, boom. Their home gets destroyed, leading May down a dark path, causing her to think that the Jedi are the bad guys, and leading Osha to leave the Jedi Order. And that's where our show takes off from. That's sort of the background of these two twin girls. One goes to the Jedi, and one goes to hating the Jedi for the rest of her life, and that's why she starts murdering Jedi. Are you with me so far? Because here's where things get bonkers. Are you with me so far? Let's take a pause and let me read some chat, okay? Are you with me so far? Because this is where things get crazy. That wasn't the crazy part. That was just me setting the groundwork, giving us a little platform to stand on. That's just the beginning. That's just a platform to stand on. Are you with me? Are you with me? Let me catch up on some chat here. Freak Zeke says, we are solving the mystery before it even starts. True. Starchip66 says, wow, the secret seems to have been leaked. I hope there's another twist in the story. Well, that's not going to be a twist. It's going to be almost immediately seen that they're twins. Like the very first episode, we'll get it. There's one good one and there's one bad one. For some reason, they're just keeping us in the dark right now. Now, honestly, I've come to the point where I think there's nothing that Lucasfilm doesn't do that's on purpose. Did I say that right? There's nothing that Lucasfilm doesn't do that's on purpose. Double negative, positive. Lucasfilm does everything on purpose. Yes, I said it correctly. It was just a double negative. Lucasfilm does everything on purpose. And they released Osha in the closed captioning for a TV spot on purpose. There is no way that they would have let that slip. It's closed captioning. They type that into a computer themselves. They do that themselves. So either somebody's getting fired because they put Osha in the closed captioning for a TV spot, or they did it on purpose because they knew crazy people like me and you guys would figure it out. They knew. So they put it in there for a reason. Lucasfilm does this for a reason. To get people like us, like crazy fans like us, we're not crazy, to believe, to speculate, to go, oh shit, they are twins. And us going crazy about it leads to the normie fans to get more excited about the show. The more we talk about the Acolyte, the more we speculate and have these cool theories about twins and whatever, the more that happens, the more publicity they get just from us, the more normie fans hear about it because we're talking about it. I have no doubt in my mind that the Osha in the closed captioning for that TV spot was on purpose. Was abso-freaking-lutely on purpose. But that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. Yes, you're with me? You guys are with me? Okay. That was just the groundwork. That was just the groundwork. I think it's kind of a weak twist. Interest level has dropped a level. It's not a twist at all. The whole gist of them being twins is not a twist in the slightest. The twist that's coming is who the Sith are and what Jedi are going to live and die. Because we're about to get to something crazy, as in every Jedi that we've seen in the trailer is probably going to die. Crazy. That's where we're going in just a second. Yeah. Okay. Let me catch up on some chat really quickly, and then I'll blow your minds. Okay. Navarro says, do you think that Disney made a mistake with the subtitle? No. Absolutely not. No. So the plot has leaked? No. The plot is not leaked for this show. Them being twins doesn't really tell us much at all. Carlos, what's up? Doesn't tell us much at all. No. I'm sure there's plenty of twists still waiting to be seen. Oh, 100%, Chris. 100%. So crazy that I've become a Jedi Master, not going to lie. Oh, okay. The multiverse is broken. What's up, multiverse? Says, trailer did get the most views in the first 24 hours. I don't think it'll do Mando numbers, but it's huge, especially with how much confidence Disney seems to have in it. That's also a very good point. Multiverse is broken. Disney has an insane amount of confidence in this show. They're releasing the first 2 episodes in the movie theaters. That's only ever happened one other time with Ahsoka, episode 5, the single greatest episode of any Disney Plus series ever. Episode 5 of the Ahsoka show, where Anakin is in the world between worlds with Ahsoka. We get to see Hayden Christensen come back. We get to see Clone Wars Anakin. We get to see Rex. We get to see the Siege of Mandalore in live action. The single greatest episode of any live action Disney Plus content ever was put into the movie theaters. And now, The Acolyte is too. The Acolyte's premiere is being put into the movie theaters. And by the way, guys, we do have a little bit of an article. Where was it? Oh, yeah. So if you guys want to go see if there's a theater near you, you have to go to... Damn it, where was this? Oh, okay. So they haven't officially released where it's going to be released yet, but very, very soon. I think on May 24th it says. What's today? 21st? So in 3 days, you'll probably find out what theaters it's being released into. It's probably just a bunch of select theaters around the world, or maybe even only in the United States. I'm not too sure yet. But if you want to go see the Acolyte premiere in theaters, they are releasing the first two episodes in select theaters. Rio, what's up? How we doing? What's up?
Hello there.
Okay, let me keep going. Actually, let me catch up on some chats too, because I'm really far behind. But yes, they do have a lot of confidence, just like the multiverse said, in this show, which leads me to believe that it's going to be an extremely good show, but I'm excited. So, Zap says, I don't know. I don't know. It will? What? I don't know what that means. And by the way, the trailer got the most views in the first 24 hours. I don't think this will be like The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian was an insane, absolutely insane thing for just the world. Honestly, it dropped with Disney Plus, and the whole Grogu thing blew people out of the water. So I don't think the Acolyte is going to do that, do what the Mandalorian did, but I do have a lot of high hopes for it. Okay, where was I? John says, this is the same background where Kalnaka uses a lightsaber from a different TV spot. Yes. So what we're talking about here with this scene and this scene with this same background, it is the same one where Kalnaka is using the Force in the most recent trailer. Right here.
This is Acolyte.
I didn't do it!
Boom. So Kalnaka is fighting here. And that does come into play to my theory. Give me a second, okay? Give me a sec. Let's keep checking. Okay. Cook that soap, Mike? Cooking soap? What? May looks crazy, but cute, LOL. Okay. What if, okay. What if it's DID, formerly known as multiple personality disorder, 2 or more? So you're saying that May is the same character, she just has multiple personalities? No, I actually don't think that's what's going on here anymore. I did have, at one point I thought that could be what's going on. Maybe the Sith got in her head and she doesn't remember killing the Jedi and it was the same character, but that's actually not at all what I think's going on here anymore, especially since the OSHA reveal, all that stuff. Qui-Gon's Ghost, what's up? Yeah. Ren Abeloth Sith? What? Oh, you think the masked Abeloth Sith person? Yeah. Alex, what's up? Alex says, hey, Mike and chat. I haven't joined a live in a while. Graduated from university on Saturday. That's awesome. Congratulations. And now I'm focusing on all the theories about the Acolyte. So hyped for the show. That's awesome. Perfect timing for the Acolyte show to get hyped up for it. I appreciate it, Alex, and congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. UV Clip says, when do you think we will ever see, or do you think we will ever see Callus again in live action? Agent Callus, you're saying, from Rebels? I think it's always a possibility. I mean, we don't know he's dead, so why not? He could come into live action in, the Mandoverse. Why not? Why not? Chris says, maybe a dual personality twist with OSHA is both herself and May? I don't think so. No, I've completely gone off of that, actually. Yeah. Starship says, I'm with you, Mike. Disney has a reason for everything that they do. They dropped the name on purpose. I'm so excited for this show. I agree with that. I've heard 2 episodes, maybe around 95 minutes combined. Ooh, really? That puts you at about an hour and 35 minutes. Whew, that's crazy. That's over 45 minutes per episode. That's going to be a long watch party. I'm hyped. I'm so excited. I've not heard that yet, but that sounds exciting. Yeah. Yeah. I love the shaved head like a samurai he's supporting. Who? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Soul says the Jedi Master name is Soul. You've been calling him Soul the entire time. Ergo, I must become a Jedi. Oh, because you. I get you. I get you now. Because your name is Soul. I understand. I hope you get this reference, or else it'll sound dumb. But do you think we will see Jedi Bob in the Acolyte? Thankfully, I understand the reference. And no, I don't think we'll see Jedi Bob in the Acolyte show. Jedi Bob, though, will be in the What If series. What are they calling it? Rebuild the Galaxy or something? That comes out in September. So he will be in that, but he will not be in the Acolyte. Yeah. Oh, the top of Kalnaka's head is shaven? What? No, it's not. He's got like a ponytail or something on it. Oh, you're saying around the pony. I know. Interesting. Okay, let's get back. We laid the groundwork. Now let's get to the theory, okay? Here's the theory. My personal theory. This is the most important scene in the entire trailer, and here's why. We just laid the groundwork that this is all flashback. All these scenes that we just went over are flashbacks in this witch's home, this witch's place, where all the witches are. Whatever. This is where May gets recruited, or Osha, damn it! This is where Osha gets recruited to the Jedi, and May doesn't. The Jedi say we're going to protect this place, and they don't. It blows up. But the reason that this scene, this specific frame in particular, is the most important frame of the entire all of the trailers that we've seen, I was going to say the trailer, but all the trailers that we've seen, is because of the characters that are here. This dude right here with the curly hair, don't know his name. Somebody help me out if you do know his name. Master Indara, Master Soul, and Kalnaka. The reason that these 4 in particular Jedi are so important is because they are here. They are in this scene. They are where the witches are. They are the ones who promise them protection and fail. Now, why would these 4 particular Jedi be so important? Well, maybe because in every trailer, we've seen May, the evil twin, I almost said clone, the evil twin, hunting down May. I'm sorry, fuck. Hunting down Master Indara. All these names are so new to me that I just mess them up at all times. Master Indara and this curly-haired mother bleeper right here. Okay? So, let's go check out a trailer. Let's just go check out this. Oh, not this trailer. Let's go check out the trailer. The OG trailer right here.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
A Jedi was murdered. That's how this show's going to start off. And I think it will start off with the murder of Master Indara, like I've been saying for weeks now, because this is the same location where we see her fighting Master Indara in all of the trailers. And there's a lightsaber here and a dead body on the left.
Murdered.
The Jedi.
So this is the fight between Master Indara and May. Why is she specifically going after Master Indara? Because she promised them safety. She promised her home safety, and then she loses her entire family and vows to hunt down every single one of these Jedi, starting with Master Indara.
Is a lie.
Jedi are being hunted.
Who's this, you might ask? Who's this curly hair, older looking man frozen here? Who do you think this might be? right here, now sporting a beard, a little bit older, because guess what? This is called a flashback. Maybe it's the same curly-haired guy from this scene right here! And maybe May, our evil twin, is hunting him down to kill him because he promised to protect her home. And guess what? He didn't! He didn't. So first we have May hunting down Master Indara. In this scene, she's there promising the witches safety. Then she's hunting down this curly hair motherfucker. Guess what? He's right here about to be killed by May. Coincidence? I think not. Let's keep watching.
She was my student.
This is the same flashback.
I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
Now she's fighting Master Soul. Now, obviously, Soul is the one who's looking for her, so coincidence, not really. However, it stays on my theory. Master Soul being in this scene right here, being one of the Jedi that promised safety, and now being in a fight against May. Interesting. Now, there is one more Jedi that has not been seen yet fighting May, and that is Kalnaka, our Wookiee friend over there. But interestingly enough, he is supposed to be, let's go look on StarWars.com. Yes, guys, I went all the way to StarWars.com to look at descriptions of characters. Let's go to Kalnaka. Let's go to Kalnaka. Should we? Master Kalnaka on StarWars.com has a very brief description. Okay? And that description is Kalnaka, a Wookiee Jedi, is a loner who lives a solitary life. Why is that important, you might ask? Say, Mike, why is that important? Look at the background. See this forest right here? Does that forest look familiar to you? Let's go back to the trailer. We're going to fast forward a little bit. Interesting. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 actually? 8 or 9 Jedi on their way to this place.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything.
The forest. Well, where Kalnaka is. But hang on, this is not what it was the other trailer. 1 second. Gotta go to the OG teaser trailer to see this one. Where is it at? There it is.
Close your eyes.
This is where Kalnaka is. I personally believe. So I think these 8 Jedi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, have figured it out. They've done what I did over the last 24 hours, and that is figure it out. That these Jedi, in particular these 4 Jedi, are the ones that are being hunted down. And the reason they figured this out is because Master Indara is going to die in the first episode, and this curly hair motherfucker is probably going to die as well. Maybe not in the first episode, but in the first couple of episodes. So May has killed 2 of the 4 Jedi that were at the Witch's Coven, promising them safety. And when they failed, May grew up with resentment for the Jedi and eventually hunts them down. And the Jedi realized, these 8 Jedi right here, realized that the next target is either Master Soul or Master Kalnaka. So they have to go to where Kalnaka is to protect him, leading to a massive battle in the forest against a Sith freaking Lord.
Is that?
In which they might all die. So here's the theory, and here it is through and through. These 4 Jedi, whoops, you can't see that. These 4 Jedi come to the witches, they take Osha, the twin, the good twin, away from the witches, take her on as a Jedi, and promise the witches that the Jedi will protect them, the keepers of the peace. That doesn't happen because their home gets blown up, and that leads May, the evil twin, down a very, very, very dark path, and a lot of resentment for the Jedi. And when she's older, she hunts down 1, 2, not 3, but all 4 of the Jedi who promised them safety, starting with Master Indara, killing her in probably the first episode, and then killing this curly-haired guy over here later on, leading the Jedi to imagine that it's probably Osha, the former Padawan of Master Soul, who is doing these murders, because they connect the dots like we just did, that they were all there with the witches and promised them safety. So they go after his old Padawan, Osha. However, it's not her. It's her evil twin. So we get to see...
Believe me! Believe me!
It wasn't her.
Believe me!
This is Osha. This is our good version of the twin, and she is actually telling the truth here. She didn't do it. She's being framed, so to speak, by her evil twin, May, who has resentment from the Jedi since day one because her home was destroyed when the Jedi promised her protection. And she's hunting down every Jedi who was there. That's the theory. What do you think? Let's hear it, chat. Do you like the theory? Do you hate the theory? Does it make sense? Does it finally put the pieces together why all these flashback sequences are happening? Why we're seeing May hunt down specific Jedi? Being that Master Indara? Let's take a look again. Fighting against Master Indara here, and then fighting some mysterious curly-haired Jedi that looks like it might just be the same dude from behind right here. He just happened to grow up a little bit because that's what happens when people age, and he grew a beard? What do we think? Mike just cooked dinner. What do we think? Is May hunting down specific Jedi in this show? And are the audience, like we just did, but also are the Jedi going to catch on to that? Does Master Soul know what's going on? What do we think? What do we think? Qui-Gon's Ghost says, the question also to ask is how important is Venestra Rowe in this show, since we're not seeing that much of her? I actually don't think she will be that important. I think she will be more of like a Yoda. Not that Yoda's not important, but she will be more of probably a council member at this point, so she's probably not going to be involved in the action of it all, although we do see her pull out her whip, so she's in some sort of action. But it doesn't seem like she's obviously in that forest fighting against the Sith Lord. And she's not really involved in the trailer all that much. So I think she will play a part in the show, but she won't have a big role. She won't be a main character. Yeah. Fearless, what's up? Theory's looking good. I like it. I like it. Tony says, those killed Jedi do not appear in the group of the Jedis later on. That is true. So these 4 Jedi, other than Master Soul, don't appear in the forest, because I believe that maybe all 3 of them are already dead. It's possible that she kills Master Indara in the first episode, kills this guy in the second episode, and maybe goes after Kalnaka right away and kills him as well. And Master Soul's like, oh crap, I'm the last one remaining. So he surrounds himself with 7 other Jedi to protect him. And then they go into the forest and fight a Sith Lord. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe Kalnaka will die in the first couple episodes too. That would be a bummer. I like a good Wookiee Jedi. That would be a bummer. UV Clip says, honestly, I'm so lost with this show's entire plot, to be honest. But that's what'll make it good, because I'm going in blind. There is a lot. I mean, the fact that it took me weeks and weeks to come up with this theory in the first place, that these Jedi specifically, because they were with the witches and promised them safety, and then they didn't protect them, and then May grows up and has a resentment towards the Jedi, these 4 specifically, and starts hunting them down. The fact that I came up with that after a few weeks, like that's where the show takes off. If this show has an opening scroll, that would be what the opening scroll says. It would say twins separated at a young age. One grows resentful towards the Jedi because they weren't supposed to protect them and they didn't. Then she starts to hunt down those Jedi. And this is the story. So we just found the beginning of the show. We don't know anything else that's going to happen in the show. We don't know what's going to happen in episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just think we know what could possibly happen in the first couple episodes. And only a piece of it, a tiny little piece of it. It took me 50 minutes to explain the tiniest little, probably 2-minute scene in this Acolyte show. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. And that's what I really do like about this show, like UV said. Yeah. Fearless says, I told y'all that they said way back that they're going to be twin sisters involved, and I like the theory. I appreciate that, Fearless. And yeah, you did. You did. And nobody was listening. I mean, I just didn't like the twin theory at first. I just didn't think it was that good, honestly. And obviously now with all the evidence, it's too much to just deny it. But last week, with the evidence that we had, before we knew that her name was Osha, and before we had that new teaser trailer, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the theory. They didn't give us enough information to support the theory. That was just me. But now, I mean, come on. It's undeniable at this point. Undeniable. Tress, what's up, says, not sure about this show. Really? Interesting. Nick says, nice theory, but I personally hope it's wrong. Thanks. I'm just not feeling the story. Hopefully I'm wrong. Well, again, this is just the beginning. This is just maybe episode 1. Maybe. Yeah. Jay says, I think you're right. And are you going to make a video about it? Oh, yeah, maybe. I might. Yeah, actually, now I'm definitely going to. Why not? Yeah, I'll make a video about it and try to maybe make it more cohesive. I know a lot of what I just said was a lot, but I will try to make a video about it, make it probably like 8-10 minutes, and make it a very cohesive theory. Yeah. Yeah. Maria says, I'm sorry, I disagree. There's a lot of mystery. Oh, I still think there's a lot of mystery. 100%. And my theory is just a theory, and that's why it's called a theory. And I don't think I'm probably 100% there, but I think we're close. I think we're piecing the puzzle together. Finally. Yeah. Yeah. Don't kill Kelnaka? I don't know. Kelnaka is not in many of the scenes, I must say. The only action sequence we see of him is a flashback from the latest trailer. If I can find it real quick. The only action sequence we see from Kelnaka is from the flashback right here. This is the flashback. Same scene that we're talking about right here. This is a flashback sequence. So, and we don't see him in any present day scenes. So it's possible that Kelnaka could die as well. Yeah. I'm hoping Kelnaka is in a Bacta tank. I don't know about that. You can't kill a Wookiee? I don't know. It doesn't look too great for him. The fact that he's not in any other scenes from present day, the same way that Master Indara is only in one scene from present day, and that is her dying in a cantina, it doesn't look too good for our boy Kelnaka there. Baymax, what's up, Baymax, says, is the bear-looking thing in the poster and trailer a Nubs species? Bear-looking thing in the poster? Let's go look at the poster. Bear-looking thing in the poster. Oh, I get you. Yeah, this little dude down here. Yeah, so he's in, not this trailer, but he's in this trailer.
Last night.
Right about here. So this is the little bear-looking thing. You can't really see him from here. You just see him from afar. He's in the poster. Is he the same species as I don't know. It's hard to see from here. If somebody can like zoom in and, oh, there he is a little bit better. Oh, that's cut off on your screen. There he is a little bit better next to Kelnaka. He looks like a mutant Ewok or some shit. I don't know. He looks weird. He definitely looks weird. I don't know. Interesting. That's a good question. I really don't know. Rose says, I was listening, Fearless. The plot was released ages ago, and now it's confirmed. Again, that plot leak, though, is still very far off, because that plot leak was talking about a mysterious Sith that had, like, gray hair and looked like a specific actor, I believe. Or it was actually going to be played by a specific actor. I forget. There was something very off about that leak that isn't true today. Yeah. Nobody's listening in Andor's voice? We're listening, Fearless. Don't worry. Chris says, I think the death of 3 out of the 4 Jedi will be in the first 2 episodes, which is why they're going to be in theaters. Make it a pretty big premiere. Yeah, let's be honest, guys. The premiere is going to have to start with a bang to allow audiences to say, holy crap, I want to see this. And how big of a bang would it be if 3 Jedi Masters get killed by our main Acolyte villain, May? How crazy would that be? If she kills Master Indara in the opening scene, goes later on to kill this curly-haired dude later on, and then goes and kills Kelnaka to end the second episode, how wild would that be? It would have the whole internet running wild, going, holy shit, what is this Acolyte show? We're killing Jedi all over the place here? What's going on? I think it would be crazy, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Jay says, why is he wearing clothes no other Wookiee does? That's not really true. Some Wookiees do wear clothes. But he's wearing a Jedi robe, obviously, because he's a Jedi. So that makes, I guess, sense. Zap says, hey, Mike, I like the theory. It makes more sense now. Also, a movie theater chain called Cinemark put the runtime at 2 hours on their website. Wow. If this premiere is 2 hours, granted it's 2 episodes, so each episode would be an hour, that would be insane. That would lead us to believe that the rest of the show is probably going to be about 45 minutes to an hour long for each episode. And we know how much fans complain about run times for episodes. Look at The Mandalorian. When there's an episode that's under 40 minutes for The Mandalorian, people lose their shit. I mean, rightfully so. You want to spend more time with these characters. And seeing how all of these characters are brand new except for Vanestra Rowe and maybe Yoda if he shows up, we need a lot of time to learn who these characters are and kind of grow attached to these characters as well. Yeah. Qui-Gon's Ghost says maybe he gets stabbed in the stomach, and like in Star Wars where everybody survives those. I hope not. I think the best bet would be to kill off all of them. It would be awesome. Yeah. And here goes Mike saying that everybody's going to die again, right? I mean, let's do it. UV Clip says, in this show, I really want to see Jedi of some species whom we've never seen Jedi before. Like Wattos, Sebulbas, Nums, Minpins? What? Or like the horned goat species. Horned goat species? Oh yeah. It'd be so cool. It would be cool to see other Jedi species. We do see a lot of aliens in this in these trailers. A lot more aliens than other past Star Wars shows. A lot of people complain about the lack of aliens in Star Wars. This Acolyte show seems to have a lot of aliens. But yeah, I mean, it is very cool. It would be cool to see Jedi of different species that we haven't seen before. And again, this is a brand new cast of Jedi, so it's possible that we could see that. Yeah. For sure. Long ago. This series is not a long time ago? What? What do you mean? Yeah, it is. Multiverse is Broken says, he's in one present-day shot from the teaser on that one planet, right? Could you be more specific? He might be like one brief shot. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's the same shot from on StarWars.com. Maybe. A 2-hour runtime would be awesome. I agree with that. Sorry for being salty. But I'm getting too much Martinez sister vibes. Oh, well, that's not to worry. Those characters are very side characters in the Clone Wars and in the Bad Batch. And these are the main characters one's a Sith, one's a Jedi of this show. Qui-Gon's Ghost says, everyone survives but me. That's true. Show the shirt. You want to see the shirt? Hang on. Pretty epic shirt, if I do say so myself. Chris says, everyone survives lightsaber stabbing except for Qui-Gon Jinn. That is true. That's why Qui-Gon Jinn's ghost is in our chat right now. That is true. Is the Acolyte after when the Mandos raid the Jedi Temple and stole the Darksaber in Mandalorian lore? Yeah, way after. Because they steal the Darksaber. Actually, when do they steal the Darksaber back? I thought that was like thousands of years ago. But maybe I'm thinking when Tar Vizsla is around. Hang on. When do the Mandalorians steal the Darksaber from Jedi Temple? Yeah, it's during the fall of the Old Republic, sometime around 1050. So it's still 900 years before this show. Yeah, still a long time before this. Yeah. Yeah. So the Mandos still got their Darksaber. For sure. Yeah. Okay, so it seems as though, with almost 60 votes in the chat, you guys believe that, yes, this twin theory is accurate, and I actually agree with you. So let's end this poll. Let's end this poll. And let's switch gears a little bit here. We'll come back to the Acolyte, of course. We will come back. But I want to talk about the Skeleton Crew. Because this is the first time in what feels like a million years that we've gotten any sort of news about the Skeleton Crew show. So I want to see where you guys are at with the Skeleton Crew. Are you excited for Skeleton Crew? Oops, Skeleton Crew. Question mark. Are you excited for the Skeleton Crew? Yes or no? We'll just leave it there. Yes or no, and I want to see what you guys think. I want to know what you think. Because we got our first look at the characters. And by the way, that poll ended with the twin theory thing, with 81% of you saying yes, you do believe in the twin theory. And I'm right there with you. So, Maria says, wondering why YouTubers say there are no white people in the Acolyte? That is just so untrue. Master Indara? I mean, all you have to do is look at this. You see two right here. I just don't get that. I don't get why people like to complain about stupid stuff that isn't even real. All right, let's talk about Skeleton Crew. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Skeleton Crew. Okay, let's do it. Are you guys excited? All right, let's start here. On a scale of 1 to 10, tell me in the chat, how excited are you for the Skeleton Crew? On a scale of 1 to 10. Now, honestly, I'm more excited for the Acolyte right now, purely because it's 2 weeks away and we know a lot more about it, and all these theories running around are getting me really, really excited. But Skeleton Crew is still exciting to me because we know very little about it. The fact that there's almost really nothing that we know about this show gets me excited for it. But where are you guys at? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Skeleton Crew? 10, 7, 8, 7, 10, 10, 9, 7-ish, 5, 10, 5, 9. Stingray, what's up? 8. Okay, so around that sort of like 7, 8, 9, 10-ish range with a few 5s in there. That's pretty good. That's pretty excited for a show that we haven't seen a trailer for, we haven't gotten any really synopsis for, or any sort of thing like that. It's pretty cool that we're that excited for it. Imagine if we got a cool trailer for it too. But we did get our first look at the Skeleton Crew or I guess characters, whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look here. Okay, this is coming from IGN. We'll just read this article and then look at the characters. So Star Wars Skeleton Crew merch reveals first look at the main cast. Star Wars finally has a first look at the main cast of Skeleton Crew, the upcoming Disney Plus series starring Jude Law. And by the way, we didn't even get a look at Jude Law. The reveal doesn't come through an official trailer or poster from Disney, however, but instead through an early piece of merchandise that reveals that 4 children at the heart of the Goonies-inspired show. Available through Fanatics? Isn't Fanatics like something completely different? Whatever, regardless. The Skeleton Crew official ingot features? Well, I don't know. Official ingot? I don't know. Features an engraving of the group on a box that provides a proper look at the live-action characters. Only 3 of the 4 appear human, as the 4th is an elephant-looking creature, not unlike Max Rebo. So, for those Max Rebo fans in the chat, Max Rebo-looking character is coming back. So, let's take a look. These are the images of the toy so far. It's an official ingot? Ingot? I don't know. Regardless, let's take a look. So it's limited edition, whatever this is, but these are our 4 main kid characters. Here's a better look. So you got one that looks like an elephant, the Max Rebo species, which is pretty cool, as many people are fans of Max Rebo. Then we got this character here that looks like he's got an afro or something. Then we got 2 other characters. One looks like Cyclops from X-Men. And one looks like a normal girl. So you got normal girl, you got Cyclops, you got Afro, you got Elephant. No character names yet, at least as far as we know. But this is our first official look at these characters. And honestly, it looks pretty good to me. Max Rebo is a fan favorite character, as I got a picture of him pulled up right here. He's the GOAT. Let's be honest. He's the GOAT. The greatest musician in the entire galaxy far, far away. And we're finally getting another character that looks similar to him. Obviously, he's a kid version of the same species. But all we know about this Skeleton Crew show is that these 4 kids are going to stumble in their sort of regular day, stumble upon something that jets them off of their home world and into a galaxy of dangerous foes. Then we get to look at this thing itself, and we get to see our characters again. This looks like our Max Rebo character. That looks like our Cyclops character. That looks like the normal girl character. And that looks like Afro Man. Then we got a droid up here in the middle. A cool-looking droid, if you ask me. Looks like a combination of like K2SO meets General Grievous. I don't know. It looks pretty creepy, if you ask me. But then you got our first look at Jude Law here. If we can open this up bigger, can we do that? Guess not. But then you got Jude Law leading the 4 kids right there. And then you got 2 skeletons. So the show is called Skeleton Crew, and that is probably for a reason. We just don't know what that reason is yet. But there's another look with a droid. And that's it. So those are your 3 images. You get a close-up look at the 4 main cast. And then you get a droid there with our Jude Law character there. So that's it. That is the first look at the Skeleton Crew cast. Now, I don't know if this article... Oh, it does keep going. So, it's been usually quiet when it comes to announcements around the Skeleton Crew. But recently, an epic tale of friendship friendship and determination awaits, reads the official blurb on this thing. Oh, yeah, I see that. It doesn't say it in this article, but you guys wanted me in the Discord. You guys were telling me to get this. I am horrible with hot sauce, but I would do something like this, like drink this Star Wars themed hot sauce for like 100,000 subscribers or something like that. We just passed 53,000 subscribers, I think, the other day. Or maybe yesterday or today. So we're nowhere close, but I would do something like this. Even though I hate hot sauce and I'm really bad with hot things, I would do something like that. But going back to Skeleton Crew is not supposed to release until Christmas or the holiday season of this year. So it's not until the end of this year. So after the Acolyte ends in like mid-July, there's going to be no show from Star Wars until the end of the year. So from July, you got August, September, October, and then probably November too. If not, then it might start in November. 3 months at least of no show for Star Wars. Now there might be a surprise show, possibly Tales of the Jedi Season 2, or even something along those lines of an animated show that could come out in between, but I actually doubt that that will happen. We do have in August D23, which will be announcements for all these new shows. And August 30th is the release of Star Wars Outlaws, which is the video game. So there is still a lot of content in there. But there's a big gap between the end of The Acolyte and this Skeleton Crew show. And as of right now, that's all we know. From Skeleton Crew, that is all we know. Simple as that. That's it. Which is wild. Neon Victor, what's up? Can I get some good Cubs Fall orders in the chat? This thing is empty. This thing is empty. Can I get some good Cubs Fall orders in the chat? Bum-ba! I got some big news, guys. Big news. So on May 30th, as you guys know, May 30th is my birthday, but it's also the end of the month. So it's our next giveaway. And it's the biggest giveaway in channel history, as we are giving away a Boba Fett helmet. Now, it's actually not a Boba Fett helmet specifically. It's a all white out version of the Boba Fett helmet. So it's the same exact helmet, but it's all white. It's the original design, concept design for the Boba Fett helmet. But that'll be the biggest giveaway in channel history, and that is on May 30th, which also happens to be my birthday. But there's also a pretty big surprise I got coming for you guys on May 30th as well. That might be pretty damn cool if I do say so myself. So watch out for that as well, as that is only about a week and a half away. It's a week from a week from Thursday. So only about 9 days from now. Big surprise coming. Huge. Yeah. Okay, let me catch up on some chat, and then we're going to switch gears sort of back to the Acolyte, but we have some other Star Wars news to get to as well here. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's catch up on these chats first. Oh, Rose with a very generous $2 holla in her 10th ever super chat. Oh my goodness. I appreciate that, Rose. I really, really do. Says, please give us a Jar Jar or Darth Jar Jar impression. Okay, I can do that. I can do a Jar Jar. I can do a Jar Jar. A Darth Jar Jar? Okay. Let's look up a Jar Jar line first that I can sort of replicate off of. Jar Jar best lines. Let's look at this. Whoa, that was loud. I don't know why this is such... Okay, I think I can do that. Oh, moi, I love you. Join the dark side. Misa will. Oh, hang on. What's something like oh, henceforth you shall be known as Misa Apprentice. Misa Darth Vader. Misa show you Gungan City.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh no. Rose, I appreciate it. I really, really do, but that was something else. That was something. I appreciate it, Rose. I do. UV Clip says, I do wonder who may show up in the Skeleton Crew. Hondo Unaka as Morgan? I could see Hondo definitely. As Morgan, maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Who will show up scoundrel-wise? What do I think? I honestly am still holding out hope that Cal Kestis will show up in Skeleton Crew. I said it when it was first announced. When Skeleton Crew was first announced, that I think that's where Cal Kestis will make his first ever appearance. I don't know if that's still going to be the case, but I still am holding out hope. I think some big reveals could happen in Skeleton Crew, because right now they don't really have much in the world of excitement for the show. I mean, they're trying to gain excitement for the Acolyte show, and they're struggling to do that. But I pulled this up in the community tab a few weeks ago, maybe, about which upcoming Star Wars show are you most excited for. And these were the results. It was Andor Season 2, Ahsoka Season 2, Skeleton Crew, and Acolyte. Ahsoka Season 2 is almost 50%. Then Andor Season 2 with 31%. Then Acolyte with 17%. And Skeleton Crew only has 4%. So the hype level for Skeleton Crew is very, very low. And I think they're going to need some appearances like a Cal Kestis or like a Hondo Unaka or something along those lines to draw attention to that show. I think Skeleton Crew needs a lot of help. Just like The Mandalorian, we had no idea what The Mandalorian was until it came out, and then we were like, holy crap, Grogu, what the heck? And we got IG-11, and we got all this other stuff. I think we could get something similar with Skeleton Crew. We don't know what to expect, but when it drops, we're like, holy crap. What? Really? This is what? Holy crap. So I think Skeleton Crew will have the element of surprise. Kind of like the Acolyte does, but I think even more so. But we'll see. Let's see how Mike deals with the Jar Jar impression. I thought I did pretty good. Like pretty good. Yeah. Kind of good. I appreciate it, Rose. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, if you guys send in any super chats, any amount, I will do an impression, a Star Wars impression, and it won't be a good one. I can almost guarantee it won't be good. But, yeah, that's the deal. And super chats obviously help out the channel drastically, so if you have any important question you want to ask or whatever, send in a super chat. I appreciate it. Or become a member. Members are the best way to support the channel, and every member gets instant access to giveaways like that helmet that we're giving away at the end of the month, and you get some cool other stuff as well. Yeah, like that awesome badge next to those names that you see in the chat. And it's only 99 cents at the lowest member. It is true. Jeannie from Tahini says, seeing how they wrote the children of the Bad Batch gives me more faith that how they will write Skeleton Crew. I'm hoping it'll be fun. That's true. We got a lot of children in Bad Batch Season 3 with the kids in the vault. So I wonder if they'll be sort of similar to that. I don't know. I don't think these kids are going to be force sensitive per se. I think Jude Law's character will be, but I don't think these kids will be. I think they might actually end up becoming important, maybe even in like the Rey movie or something, because they're so young that they could still be alive, or they'd be like adults at that time. Could be. Could be. I like elephants. Me too. Max Rebo is in Ordolian? Okay. Misa thinks Skeleton Crew is fun. Me too. The elephant has legs? Yeah, I think so. I hope Hondo is in Skeleton Crew. Me too. If Hondo Unaka is in Skeleton Crew, or if he's not, I should say, it's a big missed opportunity. Hondo was last seen in Rebels, so he's still alive in Rebels. This is only about 10-ish years after Rebels, so he could definitely still be alive. That's for sure. It's just where he's been this whole time, you know? Wait, no Sid show in October? No. No Sid show in October. Is Skeleton Crew where we see Omega? Because if you look at one of the posters with the skulls on it, it looks like the Clone Force 99 skull logo that the Bad Batch has. Hang on. For real? Hang on. We gotta check this out. Clone Force 99. Ooh. You might be onto something here. You might be onto something there. Imagine this is how they teased that out. Oops. So this is Clone Force 99's logo with the skull like that. Then you got Skeleton Crew here. And that skull right there looks awfully like this one. Huh. That is a fucking great catch. That is an incredible, that is like top tier level catch right there. UV clips. That is incredible. That is so good. Holy shit. I mean, come on. Let me try and, can somebody in the Discord maybe like, actually, here's what I'll do. Here's what we'll do. Take a screenshot of this and we're going to zoom in. We're going to zoom in. All right, here we go. Screenshot, save. Let's zoom in on this. Open up fully. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Okay, let's take a look at this. So this is the skull in question. Whoa. 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 Go over here. Why can't I scroll to this side over here? Why is it doing that? Okay, whatever. You guys see the skull. It's right there. Boom. Right here. That skull looks an awful lot like this, if I do say so myself. That would be a crazy Easter egg if they did that, like absolutely wild. And obviously we expect that Omega will at some point show up in live action, and I'm hoping that it would be in Skeleton Crew. That would be insane. Let me ask you guys, give me a 1 into the chat if you think that Omega will make her live action debut in Skeleton Crew. Give me a 2 if you're like, no, it'll probably happen somewhere else, maybe in the Mandalorian movie, maybe in Ahsoka season 2, maybe somewhere. 1 is Skeleton Crew, 2 is somewhere else. I don't know, that little detail right there, it's small, and it might just be a coincidence, but, I mean, is there ever a coincidence here? Is there ever coincidences when it comes to Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen? What do we think? Oh, yes, Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxies in September. You're right. So there is technically a show in between. Yeah. I see a lot of ones. I'd love that. I'd love for Omega to show up in Skeleton Crew because, one, it would allow Skeleton Crew to have this massive reveal of Omega being in live action for the first time. It would draw a lot of attention to the show for sure. But I really don't know. I'm interested. I loved it. Great impression. Ahmed Best has some competition. I don't know about that. I love the Boba Fett helmet. Me too. Jay says, really great Jar Jar impression. I appreciate that. I thought it was not that great, but I appreciate it. Jar Jar is the only one called Mace Windu Master Windu? Mace? What? You lost me there. Do a Yoda impression. He basically talks backwards. No. You have to send in the super chat to do that. Do you think Hondo will be in Outlaws? Ooh, interesting. I would say probably not, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw like... Well, you see Han frozen in carbonite, so you might be seeing a lot of other important characters. Maybe Boba Fett. I don't know. Interesting. Would be cool. When does Skeleton Crew take place? Skeleton Crew takes place in the Mandoverse, so it takes place after... Actually, I don't know if it's after Ahsoka or not, but it would make sense if it was after Ahsoka, just to stay in the timeline. So I would guess that it's after Ahsoka, but it is in that Mandoverse time period. So it's after the original trilogy. That's for sure. Yeah. IG Kevin, what's up? Kevin says, too many humanoids in the Acolyte and Star Wars in general anymore. I actually disagree. I think the Acolyte trailers specifically have a lot more aliens than recent projects. I agree with you that there's a lack of aliens in recent Star Wars projects, from Mando Season 3 to even Ahsoka Season 1 to even The Bad Batch and Andor and Kenobi. Like, those projects are missing sort of a lot of just cool aliens, I personally believe. But I actually think the Acolyte is rubbing me a different way. I think a lot of aliens are being shown in those trailers. Yeah. Yeah. How old would she be in the Acolyte? How old would Omega be in the Acolyte? Ooh, interesting. She'd probably be in like her 30s. Actually, how old is she during the time of the Bad Batch? Like 12? 13? Something like that? And the Bad Batch takes place about 18 years before the original trilogy, so add like 9-ish years to that. You're talking about 20-ish years. So yeah, she'd be in her mid-30s, I'd guess. Mid-30s-ish. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. Chris says, I think Omega will be in her late 30s to early 40s in Skeleton Crew. Yeah, it would be somewhere around there. Acolyte takes place 50 to 100 years before the Phantom Menace. It's 100, yeah. Yeah. No, they were talking about Skeleton Crew there. But yeah, Acolyte does take place 100 years before the Phantom Menace. True. Okay, let's talk about this really quickly, and then we'll get back to the Acolyte after this, because this is pretty cool. I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this. All right, here we go. Boom. This comes from Screen Rant. This comes from a few days ago, I believe. But Star Wars' importance to Disney Plus confirmed by staggering new data. So people talk about how important is Star Wars when it comes to Disney and when it comes to Disney Plus in general. And this graph shows the clear importance to Disney that Star Wars is, especially when it comes to Disney Plus and people watching Disney Plus. This blows my mind. I did not think it was this crazy, but let's read this. New data has confirmed just how important Star Wars is to Disney Plus. Even though there haven't been any live action shows released this year yet, every streaming service is only really as successful as its original content, and that's certainly true of Disney Plus. Star Wars has always been central to the streaming giant's success, with The Mandalorian Season 1 even premiering alongside with the platform being launched back in 2019. But new data has revealed just how important Star Wars remains to this day on Disney+. Per Variety, a third-party analytics firm that does like streaming viewership, has analyzed viewers who check out Disney Plus's original content in 2024 so far. So just in 2024 so far. The first 5 months of the year. Not even 5 months yet. Star Wars is responsible for over 15.8% of the viewership. So for over almost 16% of the viewership is Star Wars. Coming behind Percy Jackson in The Olympian, which is 23.3%, Marvel Studios, which is 21.7%. This is staggering achievement for Star Wars, not least because the new data demonstrates a strong bias in favor of live action, but also because Star Wars hasn't had a live action show this year yet. So 16% of people going to watch Disney Plus are watching Star Wars content, even though there hasn't been a single live action Star Wars content or Star Wars show this year. The only thing from Star Wars actually this year so far has been The Bad Batch and Tales of the Jedi, or Tales of the Empire, sorry. And obviously those are good, but the animated stuff for Star Wars doesn't get watched by the normie fans. So let's take a look at this graph, because this is actually pretty wild. You guys remember how big Percy Jackson was when it released this year? And how obviously Marvel Studios has had Echo come out this year and other things. Let's take a look at this. Can I make this bigger? Yes, I can. Okay, let's zoom in on this. So this is this year, only this year so far. So this big one that my head is blocking is Percy Jackson in The Olympian, Season 1. So Percy Jackson is the biggest one, other than Other, obviously. Other is just everything else on the platform. Percy Jackson is the biggest one. And it came out this year, and it was huge. Then you have Echo, which also came out this year. You have X-Men 97, which also came out this year. You have Star Wars The Bad Batch, which also came out this year. But Bad Batch and X-Men 97 are about the same, around 6.3, 6.8, around 6%, 6 or 7% of the viewers. But what's really interesting to me is, of course, Ahsoka's here with almost 4%. Mando Season 3 is here with almost 3.5%. The Mandalorian Season 1 is still on this list with almost 3% of viewers on Disney+. 3% of all the millions upon millions of viewers who come to watch Disney Plus are watching Mando Season 1 this year. Just to start this year. This is pretty wild. This is pretty damn wild if you ask me. So you have Mando Season 1, Mando Season 3, and Ahsoka Season 1, which are all shows that haven't come out this year. And they make up for 3.5%, I guess that's 6% right there. 6% plus 3.5 is about 9.5%, give or take a point percentage. So about 9%, closer to 10 actually, 9 to 10% of people who go to watch Disney Plus are watching Star Wars live action shows that didn't even come out this year. That's how important Star Wars is to Disney Plus. And honestly, it should be that way. It should be. And I think The Acolyte coming out this year is going to be huge. And so is Skeleton Crew, but that doesn't come out until the end of the year. This is huge. This is how it should be. This is how it always should be. Yes, Marvel can have their show that came out this year be 12%. And Percy Jackson was a big hit for a lot of people. That's at 23%. But Star Wars has 16% when a live action show hasn't even come out this year yet. That's huge. Now, I wonder how this is going to change when the Acolyte comes out, but it clearly proves that Star Wars is of the utmost importance when it comes to Disney Plus, even when shows aren't coming out. Yeah. So that was just a very cool thing that I had to show you. Yeah. All right, let me catch up on some chats, and let's sort of shift the gears back towards the Acolyte show, because I want to keep talking about this twin theory and how we think it's going to play out. Because yes, we have twins, and it's clear that one of them's going to be a villain, one of them's going to be a good guy. But how is the good Osha character going to even come into play? How is she going to help the Jedi? How is she going to be help at all? Maybe May just kills her. Who knows? Maybe she just happens to die. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, let's switch our gears back to the Acolyte. Let me catch up on some chats. Okay. Now that I noticed the skull, I don't want that to be a coincidence. I know, right? Me too. Now that you pointed it out, I don't want it to be a coincidence either. It just looks too similar. And they tried to hide it too. Interesting. Okay. IG Kevin says, I watched Young Jedi Adventures, LOL, to get some content that takes place 200 years before The Phantom Menace. Yeah, Young Jedi Adventures I still have not watched yet. I don't know if I even plan on watching it, but it does take place in that High Republic era, and it is technically the first show to go to the High Republic era, but it does take place way before the Acolyte, so it's not really going to be too connected to it. Yeah. Mandalorian Legion, what's up, Mandalorian Legion, says, it's just a rumor for now, but apparently we're going to be getting a Knights of the Old Republic Disney Plus show. So, yeah, let me preface that. It is just a rumor for now, but the rumor's not really coming from very reliable sources. So I don't think it's true, and until I hear from a more reliable source or from Disney themselves, I don't believe it. And honestly, I don't believe it because why would they do that? Why would they start the Old Republic as a Disney Plus show? Wouldn't you want to go to the Old Republic as a new saga? Wouldn't you want to wait for the Dawn of the Jedi to come out and then go into the Old Republic from there and give us a trilogy and another trilogy and another trilogy in the Old Republic? We want to do the Old Republic correctly. And to do that, you have to really explore specific characters from legends that obviously fans know and love, like a Darth Revan and like a Darth Bane, and you need to spend time caring for those characters. And you want to do it the right way. And I don't think Disney Plus is that right way. Now tell me in the chat, if we were to go to the Old Republic, which I'm not saying we are yet, if we were, do you think it should be on Disney Plus or in the movies? Tell me in the chat. Movie, show. What would you rather? What would you rather? Nick says, I was told there would be no math. What? What are you talking about? That's amazing. True. IG Kevin says, could that be Abeloth in the weird helmet? Oh, in the Acolyte trailer? No. I mean, no. Abeloth in Legends. Again, it's just Legends, so we don't really know. Abeloth could be, or should be, if it stays the Legend story, imprisoned by the Mortis gods because she gets too powerful and the Mortis gods have to imprison her. I think the Ahsoka show is setting up Abeloth perfectly because she's supposed to be imprisoned on Peridia. That's why the Mortis gods are standing there pointing in that direction, because the Mortis gods are now dead. We see that in the Clone Wars. So now Abeloth may be able to be freed because those Mortis gods are dead. And that would allow us to see Anakin actually play a role in defeating Abeloth, because now Anakin's supposedly taken the role of the father in the afterlife, as far as we know. It would lead to be something really cool, because if you have Abeloth come into live action in Ahsoka Season 2, and then she becomes the main villain of, let's say, the Rey movie, and the Rey movie becomes a trilogy, and then the next trilogy after the sequel trilogy focuses on Rey and her new Jedi Order, well, Abeloth is the villain. Well, we also have the help of a Force ghost of Anakin and Luke helping to fight against it because they're probably now Morta's gods that are supposed to be protecting the galaxy. And Abeloth is such a big threat that she would like warrant Anakin sort of coming back to life, so to speak, in a more so physical form to help defeat her. That would be pretty wild if I do say so myself. But I do not think that because of the creepy smile on this masked person in the Acolyte trailer, that is Abeloth. Now, maybe this character is taking from a legend about Abeloth and is taking sort of helping, like, this cool Sith apprentice wanted to create a mask. They were like, let me go copy the design of Abeloth because Abeloth is a creepy looking lady. That could be true, but I don't think so. Yeah. All right, let's see where you guys are at with the Acolyte. I mean, with the Old Republic. Movie, show. Oh, really? You want a show? Movie trilogy first. A Disney Plus type Jedi, Tales of the Jedi animated show. Tales of the Jedi is cool. It is really, really cool. And I want a second season. I want a third season. I want a fourth season. The problem with it is it's only 6 episodes and they're all about 10 to 15 minutes long. They tell a really good story, but when you're introducing new characters, like in the Old Republic, it's hard to do. So when Tales of the Jedi is focusing on Ahsoka and Dooku, those are 2 very established characters in the Star Wars galaxy. And giving just more story to those 2 characters is cool. That's how you can use the Tales of the Jedi formula. But to introduce the Old Republic, that's a bad idea. A bad idea. Yeah. Movie. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Movie is the only way. Yeah, that's what I think. Jack, what's up? Says, hey guys, I'm back. Sorry. Sorting some stuff out. Don't worry about it. I got a question. So I've seen nearly all Star Wars now. And as much as I'd love it to do another TV. Wait, I'd love to have another TV to watch. What shall I do? I love Netflix and all. I've seen all Star Wars now, but I don't know. Oh, you're just saying like anything else that's not Star Wars related? What should you watch? There's a lot of good other television, I must say. That's not Star Wars. Personally, my top of my list, off the top of my head that I can think of, would be like Breaking Bad. That's definitely up there. Prison Break, great show. The new Fallout show is actually really, really good. Stranger Things is incredible. I don't know. There's a lot of good television out there. Yeah. Rafi, what's up? Says, out of the confirmed upcoming films, which are you most interested in? Ooh. Let's ask the whole chat that question. So for the upcoming films, we have the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, the Rey movie, Dave Filoni's Mando movie, which is different from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and the Dawn of the Jedi movie. So between those 4 movies, there are a few other ones like the Lando movie, but those are very, very early on in development. Of those 4 movies, Mandalorian and Grogu, Dave Filoni's Mando movie, Dawn of the Jedi, and the Rey movie, which are you most excited for? For me personally, it's the Mandalorian and Grogu movie because I think it's going to start a trilogy, and it's the most recent, it's the closest one. It's the most upcoming closest one on May 22nd of 2026. But then shortly after that, it's got to be Dawn of the Jedi. It's got to be Dawn of the Jedi just because of what it does. It goes all the way back to 25,000 years, and it shows us the beginning of the Jedi, the very first Jedi ever. I got to see that. I gots to see that. Yeah. So those are my top 2. Obviously, I'm excited for all of them, but those are the top 2. Yeah. Mando and Grogu, Dawn of the Jedi, Mando and Grogu, Mando and Grogu, Mando and Grogu. Interesting. Watch Doc McStuffins. It'll help you understand runtimes for Star Wars shows. Yeah. There you go. That's hilarious. Yeah. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. Yeah. I'm right there with you. Mando and Grogu, just because it's the closest one. All right, let's switch our gears back to the Acolyte, because we got an article here to talk about when it comes to these 2 first episodes. We were talking about it earlier, how confident Disney is in the release of the Acolyte show and how they're putting it into movie theaters, select movie theaters around the world. So let's read this. This is, oh, you can't read that. It's cut off. That would help. Star Wars The Acolyte 2-episode cinema screening around the world. The Acolyte is just 16 days away. Well, now it's only 14 days away, but this is 2 days old. Away. And news about cinematic fan screenings is starting to come in from across the globe. First off, we have the official London red carpet premiere, which takes place on May 28th in London. That's only in 7 days. So a week early, they have the premiere in London. That's pretty wild, actually. That's crazy. Okay, interesting. Tickets for that are now sold out. Wow. Open to members of Women in Film and Television. I don't know what that means. Which confirms that the 2-episode screening will be attended by Leslie Headland and cast members like Amanda Steinberg, Lee Jiang-cha, Charlie Barnett, Daphne Keane, Manny Jacinto, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Rebecca Henderson, who will all take part in a Q&A session after the premiere. Interesting. This list of actors and actresses here is a little bit more interesting than you might think, because this will take place after the premiere, in a Q&A after the premiere. What names do you not see here? Or what name in particular, I should say, do you not see here that would maybe be a pretty important one? What do we think? That's some good water. Which name do you not see here that would be an important one? Maybe her picture is right there. Carrie Ann Moss. Now, this just supports my theory even more that she's going to die in the very first episode. Sid, oh my God! I'm ending the stream. No.
Incorrect.
Sid? No. Sid will not be there, obviously. Carrie Ann Moss. So this supports even more the theory that this character of Master Indara will die in the very first episode. The very first episode. Even her actress won't be there for the Q&A after the premiere. Coincidence? We'll see. On May 29th, the following day, the Lighthouse Cinema in Dublin will be hosting a fan screening. For now, tickets are only available via this competition at Entertainment IE. This is weird because they're allowing fans to see the show 6 days early. That's weird to me. Interesting. On June 3rd, which is only 1 day early, fans in the Netherlands will be able to access advanced screenings at 5 Path cinemas across the country. Tickets are on sale now at Club Path members. The final next official announcement for fan screenings take place in Tokyo, home of the next Star Wars celebration. The River is running a contest for 65 fans to attend a special dubbed screening of the 2-episode premiere on June 4th. The series release June 5th in Japan. Oh yeah, because the time zone thing. There you go. The fans can enter via Twitter and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. But that's cool. They get to see it a day early because it's Japan. This is actually a great scene of those two. Star Wars fans on social media have reported similar screenings in Germany, but I have not been able to find any links for those. There you go, for Germany. Here's the updated version. For German screening, there you go. In the US, no events have officially been announced, but Cinemark have a page uploaded for fan screenings on June 3rd. Tickets are not yet available. So for people in the US, tickets are not yet available, but there will be some for June 3rd, meaning you'll be able to see it a day early. Interesting. Hopefully enough, we will get an official announcement for the US and other countries soon, but we are sure we'll post anything blah 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 blah. Okay. So that's the deal with watching The Acolyte in cinemas. Now, again, obviously, we're going to be doing the watch party here, so I won't be going to a cinema to go watch this. But, yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to go see it in the cinema. I really wanted to see Ahsoka Episode 5 in the cinemas when they released that. That would have been really cool to do. Did anybody in the chat, give me a 1 into the chat if you got to go see Ahsoka in the theaters. Ahsoka Episode 5. That would be awesome. But we did the watch party here, and it was just as fun, I thought, personally. But I like doing the watch parties anyway, so if I even had the chance to, I probably wouldn't have. Yeah. Probably would not have. Out of all the films, I think The Mandalorian and Grogu one will be the best film. In my opinion, Favreau is the best director after George Lucas to work on Lucasfilm. Ooh, interesting. That's high praise. I want to know if we'll be seeing the early process of Palpatine rising through the ranks, or cloning getting started, or something like that along those lines in The Acolyte. To segue into The Phantom Menace, I don't think so. It's too early in The Acolyte. Now, if The Acolyte goes for like 3 seasons, then maybe. But I would way rather see that in a young Palpatine show or something like that. The Acolyte has its own plot with these brand new characters. And I don't think Palpatine is really involved in any sort of way, except for maybe a connection to his master, Darth Plagueis. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It would be cool, but it just doesn't seem likely at this point. Yeah. I think I'll just wait for The Acolyte to release. Yeah, I think so too. The same photo, you have OSHA on the top. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Raffi says, I think The Acolyte will be a puzzle box detective type show. I do too. I think there's going to be a lot of whodunit type deal, and we're going to be speculating a lot week to week about who's doing what and who's who and who's why and what's what. It's going to be pretty cool. And I wonder how much they're going to show the audience, because obviously the Jedi aren't going to know who's doing what, but us as the audience will see May kill Indara and see May kill other people. So we'll know who's doing it, but the Jedi won't. I just hope that they keep the audience, at least some stuff, a secret from the audience. Yeah. Yeah. Alex says, fan screenings done a lot by Lucasfilm, and they are not that new. I was invited to see Ahsoka screening 6 days before the release back in August. Yeah, no, screenings for the show are obviously not a new thing. It's usually only for the premiere, though. When they release it into the theaters is a different thing. Screenings are always happen with every show. A premiere being released into theaters, like just regular theaters, not being in like LA or London or wherever, that's way different. Way different. That's like Ahsoka randomly being thrown into the theaters for episode 5. Yeah. Fearless says, then I have to check it out. Then I have to check out the show The Acolyte in the theaters near me in Germany. I probably won't go though. Yeah, you might have to check it out. Starship66 says, appreciate you, Mike. I love the watch parties. Thanks for being with this community. Well, you guys are the hold up. Don't you thank me. I did nothing. I sit here and I talk about Star Wars like an idiot. I make myself look like an idiot. That's plain and simple. I do Jar Jar Binks impressions. I do crappy Wookiee impressions. And I look like an idiot. It's you guys who create the incredible community here. So thank you. Don't thank me. Thank yourselves.
This is where the fun begins.
UV Clip says, you're right, Chris, but Camino does exist now. Plagueis could exist, to my knowledge, and Palpatine may exist too. Palpatine wouldn't exist yet by the time of the Acolyte, but he would be coming around fairly soon, like within the next 50 years. But Camino would exist, that's true. I wonder what they're up to, those cloners on Camino right now. I wonder what they're up to. Yeah. I can't wait for the Rey movie. The Rey movie is an interesting one for me. I have hope that they will sort of help those characters with that movie, but the discourse online is just absolutely insane. Yeah. Nick says, is there a main character that you don't want a backstory of or wish that you didn't know their backstory? Yoda. 100% Yoda. I want them to keep, even with Grogu, keep it a mystery. Keep his species a mystery. Keep his backstory a mystery. Keep his home world a mystery. Yeah, we don't want anything from Yoda. Any other characters other than Yoda? I don't know. No. I'd love to see the backstory for pretty much everybody else except for Yoda at this point. Yeah, pretty much. How many episodes are there going to be? The Acolyte will be 8 episodes. Yes, 8 episodes. Same as The Mandalorian's 3 seasons, same as Ahsoka. The Book of Boba Fett was only 7, but it's the same as the other Mandoverse live action shows. Do you think that we'll see the Zepho at least mentioned or something along those lines in the Acolyte? I wonder how deep the Acolyte is going to go into those sort of lore-based stuff. Because obviously you're focusing on the Jedi and the Sith, and that inevitably will bring in a lot of lore. But when you watch the Ahsoka show and you get teases towards the Zepho, towards the beginning of the Rakata, towards the beginning of the Night Sisters, it's getting explanations to Peridia and the Purgle and the space whales. Like, Ahsoka is filled with just lore all over the place, Star Wars lore. I don't know if the Acolyte's going to do the same. It could, it definitely could. And then, yes, I would say we might see some teases towards the Zepho and maybe some Sith, like some more explanation of the Sith and the Acolytes and stuff like that. But I don't know how deep they're going to dive into the lore. When you have somebody like Dave Filoni in charge of a show who loves diving deep into that lore like he does in the Clone Wars and Rebels and now in Ahsoka, you get stuff like Ahsoka where you just deep dive into all of that. I don't know if the Acolyte's going to do the same. I don't know. It could. It definitely could. But I don't know. Yeah. John Groom says, there's got to be something other than kids lost in space. And how could you get lost in the Star Wars galaxy? It's heavily populated. Oh, you're talking about Skeleton Crew? Yeah, well, it's pretty easy when you've lived on one planet your entire life and never left that planet, and you don't know how to get home. And you don't know how to fly a ship either. That'll be pretty interesting. But there's definitely more to it, for sure. There's definitely a lot we don't know about the Skeleton Crew show yet that will be revealed sometime soon, I'm hoping. Sometime soon. Chris says Plagueis would be about 15 or 16 during the events of the Acolyte. Palpatine was born in 84 BBY, and the Acolyte is set earlier than his birth. Yeah, Palpatine can't be in the show. Plagueis could, though, because Plagueis could be pretty much any age, because Mun can live up to 200 years old. Yeah. Do you think George Lucas is really creating his own show? No, I don't think he's creating his own show, but I think he is helping out with other shows. He might even be helping out with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Yeah. Cappy, what's up, Cappy? Cappy in the house says, long time no see. What's up, Cappy? How we doing? Why do bad guys use knives if more advanced weapons exist? That's actually a great question. Why is May killing Jedi with knives? I don't know. I really don't. I got no answer for you. Why do you guys think she's killing people with knives? We see the creepy looking smiley face guy's got a red lightsaber, but May doesn't. What's up with that? What's up with that? It's a great question. I don't know. Chris says, I agree with you, Mike, about Yoda. Yeah, I don't want to see more Yoda. I want to see more Yoda. I don't want to see his backstory. Yeah. Where in the timeline will Skeleton Crew be? It'll be after Ahsoka, I think. It'll be in the Mandalorian time period for sure, in between the originals and the prequels. I mean, in the sequels. But it will most likely be after Ahsoka. How about the wills and the origins? Wait. How about the wills and the origins? Would you like to know that? No. I wouldn't like to know how the wills of the Force came to be. Because they should have been something that have been around forever. Like they're an infinite power. Like the Force. It's just an infinite power. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't want to know that either. The origins of that. I want to know the origins of the Jedi. That sounds amazing. But I don't want to see like the origins of the Force itself. Yeah. Rhino Hobbies. What's up, Rhino? Says, is this going to be Frozen set in the Star Wars universe? Well, they have mentioned that it will be similar to Frozen. But I think it's Frozen meets Kill Bill is what they described it to be. But I think that's just because Frozen is two sisters. One's evil, one's not. And that's sort of just the deal there. I don't think it has that much deeper meaning. Rebel Soldier Dom, what's up, Dom, says, I definitely am going to love Skeleton Crew, especially especially I love the arc where Ahsoka trains the younglings Oh, in the Clone Wars? Yeah. I think it's going to be similar to that. I think it'll feel like the Clone Wars, that show specifically. When, yeah, Ahsoka's with the younglings and all that stuff. I think that's what it will be closest to. Do you think the Utapau race will allow the Acolyte, since the Banking Clan race is showing up? And we haven't actually seen any Utapau people. Do you think the Utapau race will show up in the Acolyte, since the Banking Clan race has already shown up? The Banking Clan race is in the Acolyte trailer? What? Did I miss this? Banking Clan race. Oh, the Mun, you're saying. The Mun aren't in the trailer. No. Do I think an Utapau could show up? Utapauan could show up? Yeah, I guess. Why not? Why not? I actually think we've seen Nemoidians back from the Trade Federation, like Newt Gunray. There's been a Nemoidian for the Acolyte. Could be. Because it's cool that she's killing Jedi with knives. I guess it's cool. Do you think Skeleton Crew finds themselves on Peridia? No. At one point, I think they did. I thought that was what was going on there. But no, Peridia is supposed to be something that's extremely difficult to get to, and I don't think these kids are going to be there. No. Raffi says, didn't Luke have a Jedi Order? And will we see that? Yes, he definitely had a Jedi Order. And I hope we do see it, because Luke's Jedi Order is something that needs to be explored in a big way. We need to see Ben Solo fall to the dark side, and we need to see Luke lose his Jedi Temple, but we need to fall in love with those characters first. We need to know his other apprentices at the Jedi Temple, Lor Santeca, Luke Skywalker, all those people who are creating that Jedi Temple. We need to fall in love with those characters, have a long time spent with those characters, multiple seasons of a show maybe, and then we get Order 66 again, kind of, with the Knights of Ren and Kylo. Yeah. UV Clip says, May might be killing people with knives because she's trying to hide the fact that she is a Jedi until absolutely necessary. I think that's what it is, at least. Well, she's not a Jedi. Her sister was an ex-Jedi. Osha was an ex-Jedi. So May wouldn't have been one. But I do get what you're saying. She's trying to hide the fact that she could be wielding a red lightsaber. Well, also, the Sith are supposed to be in hiding at this point. So she's not supposed to be using a red lightsaber anyway. Interesting. I appreciate the hearts, guys. I do. I really, really do. Yeah, so maybe she's not using a red lightsaber because the Sith are supposed to be in hiding and she was told not to? I don't know. John Groom says, perhaps her killing Jedi with knives is part of her training, and she'll be given a kyber crystal if she succeeds. Well, the Sith are supposed to take a Jedi's life and then take the kyber crystal and bleed it to turn it red and then take the lightsaber. But that's not what happens. At least we see May not pick up the lightsaber when she kills Ndara. So she's not interested in the lightsaber, so to speak. Fearless says, maybe May is not worthy of a lightsaber yet because she's just an acolyte. Maybe, but Asajj Ventress was an acolyte. Savage Opress was an acolyte. They both had lightsabers. I don't know. Interesting. Erica, what's up? Jay, how we doing? What is up?
Hello there.
Cappy says, Venom in Star Wars? No way. Venom in Star Wars? What are you talking about? B-Man says, how many more series are coming out this year? Well, we got The Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, and Rebuild the Galaxy, which is the Lego What If series. So 3, technically, but 2 live-action ones. Did I say Bacon Clan? I meant the Trade Federation. I mixed those two up a lot. Yeah, so we did see a Nemoidian. Nemoidian? Whatever. We saw a Newt Gunray species, a Nemoidian. He is of the Trade Federation. Yeah, you're right. Rebo Soldier Dom says, it would be cool if the kids from the Skeleton Crew were the first students at Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple. That would be cool, but I don't think these kids are going to be Force sensitive. Maybe one of them is, or maybe they all are, but I actually think they won't be. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Jay says, what's up, Mike? How's your day going? My day's going great. This is a fantastic stream so far, and we're coming close to an end here, but I appreciate it. My day's going great. How's your day? How's your day? Raffi says, I feel like Disney, Leslie Headland, and Kathleen Kennedy don't get the original Star Wars characters, or they just don't want to make projects about them, except for Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Well, I think a lot of fans would actually prefer that, because if you don't get the original trilogy characters, then go tell your own story somewhere else, like Leslie Headland is doing here with the Acolyte show. And I think that's actually smart to do, because unless you have people like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau who understand these characters, who've been around these characters for so long, those are the people you want telling the stories of those original characters. So I actually agree with that. Have the newer creators who want to do Star Wars have their own projects somewhere else in the timeline, and then have the people who know what they're doing focus on those main people. Yeah. So excited to see Darth Jar Jar. Yeah, so Darth Jar Jar is actually coming to fruition later this year in September. Yeah, that is true. Let me end this poll, by the way. Let's end this poll real quick. See how you guys are for excitement level on the Skeleton Crew. The math is not mathing, but 70% of you guys are excited. Now, that's a little bit lower, but it's still pretty. I mean, we don't have a trailer yet. So with the limited knowledge that we have about the Skeleton Crew, it is cool that we're that excited for it. That's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. All right, I think I'm going to get on out of here as we just passed the 2-hour mark. I might watch out for a video tomorrow, if not Friday, about that Acolyte theory that I had earlier about all 4 of these Jedi being the ones being hunted down by May because they failed to protect the witches in May's home, as we see Master Indara dying and possibly this character dying as well. And maybe Kelnaka is next. Watch out for that video. Maybe tomorrow, if I can get it out by tomorrow, but maybe not. Maybe by Friday. Regardless, at some point this week. Of course, live streams every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, as always. And yeah, we're getting closer and closer and closer to this Acolyte show. And we're getting more and more trailers as we go here. It's pretty damn awesome, if I do say so myself. Huge shout out to Rose for the very generous super chat. I appreciate it. Pam says peace out. First chat of the day, Pam. Just sitting here watching me without chatting, Pam. I appreciate it. Yeah, so let's get on out of here. Raffi says, what do you think of Leslie Headland's views on the Force in the balance that represents? Do you think that this will have any effect on the Chosen One prophecy? No, I don't think it'll have any effect on the prequel trilogy itself, but it will have an effect on the fandom, as a lot of fans are extremely already against Leslie Headland. Yeah. UV Clip says, back to the May killing Jedi with knives question. I just realized, what if she is doing it with knives because the knives are untraceable? Or at least thought to be a kind of like a Django dart. Ooh, interesting. It's untraceable. That's an interesting one. I like that. I like it. What's your favorite Star Wars game? And I love your theory. I appreciate that. And Star Wars game, honestly, it's Jedi Survivor. And not that the story is the best of any other Star Wars story, because there's better ones like Knights of the Old Republic and Jedi Academy, or Jedi Knight, I should say. And even, I think you could argue that even the first Jedi game is a better story. But Jedi Survivor, story-wise, is solid. Gameplay-wise is the best. And just, it made me feel like I was living in Star Wars the most. So, Jedi Survivor. Yeah. Officer Murdoch says, sorry I missed the stream. No worries. You caught the very tail end of it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I know not everybody can watch a stream from 2 to 4 p.m. on a Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday. And that's why I post them as, like, you can watch them later type videos. And a lot of people do. So I appreciate you. If you guys are watching this on the playback, and if you made it all the way through the 2 hours, tell me in the chat, because that would be freaking wild. And that would be awesome. Say, Mike, I did it. 2 hours. I made it. That'd be cool. Okay. I appreciate all you guys. I'm going to get on out of here. Smash a freaking like on the stream if you have not yet. Hit subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. How many likes do we have on the stream? And did you guys hit subscribe yet? Did you hit subscribe yet? Okay, we got a pretty good amount of. If you haven't hit a like yet, do it. Do it. Okay. Anthony, what's up, says, sorry, Mike, I just missed the stream. I had to be responsible and pick up a family member. Oh, don't worry about it. I completely understand. but you're dead to me. No, I'm kidding. UV Clip says, well, thanks for answering my questions. I hope we do get I hope my Omega theory is true. Me too. Me too. Me too. Okay. I'm going to get on out of here. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate all of you. If you guys are not yet in the Discord, go join that Discord in the description below. And, yeah. 2 weeks till Acolyte. May the Force be with you. Always. Oh, yeah. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. This was an incredible stream, if I do say so myself. 2 weeks to go till the Acolyte. The Skeleton Crew comes out at the end of the year. We got our first look at the Skeleton Crew today. I appreciate all the hearts, guys. I really, really do. Yeah. I mean, we just keep on growing. We just keep on growing, and I appreciate all of you guys. So I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Great rest of your lives. And good night, everybody.